Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I've drawn some items this way, but never that look like this, because I love drawing like this. I'm going to take a 2-point line. It's almost imperative you hit P, put it in the center of the page. Rotate it 10.04 degrees or somewhere close. Control D and mirror it. So that's right there in the center of the page. I'm going to just prove to you how good the one tool is, which is the angular dimension tool. If you go right there to the center and go right there to that line, we have rotated 20.08 degrees. Now, why do I want that small of amount of degree? Well, you're going to see in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and put a cap on this. Excuse me. And I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in and nudge out of the way. This is my writing area. I'm going to take an ellipse and go right here to the arc, and I'm going to make it 90 degrees. And then I'm going to grab the artistic media tool that doesn't always do a good job for me. I'm going to pick that one right there that has a tail. And then you have to go up and down. And it did a pretty good job. So I'm going to go with it. There's another way to do that that's actually going to be a little bit better. I am going to left click, right click, and I'm going to go to, you have to do this. I've already taken it apart. I'm sorry if I missed that step. You need to ungroup, go up to object, let's select it all. You have to select it all, break the artistic media apart. Well, did I already do it? I'm going to go ahead and left click, right click. So we go up to object now and break that artistic media apart. You've got to get rid of that line. If you don't, it's going to cause you problems. Now, this is our writing surface. We can be outside the surface, and I guarantee you would never, if you try to reduplicate this tomorrow, you'd never get it. And if you had 1,000 people drawing with this arch, you're not going to have two of them look the same, maybe ever. I've got them all going the same direction, so I'm going to mirror that one now. And you can be outside the circle or outside the path. I'm just hitting the plus key. And you really never know what you're going to get. I don't really want any too small. And see, now I want to mirror it the other way. And I'm going to call that, I could go really, maybe a little bit farther down, but I really want them kind of, you want them to me, I don't know why I'm telling you, my idea would be to have them kind of, most of them overlapping. They don't all have to be. Now, I would have been real smart to group these together at the start. Even though we don't need it because I have alternate C that's going to help me rotate it. But now I'm going to zoom in here and I'm going to weld these and they're going to weld perfectly. Got all the inside out. Now I'm going to, okay, I jiggled that, so I'm going to move it back and then move that over on top. And I'm going to select them all and notice you got two objects and I'm going to intersect. Now I'm going to left click, right click. It would be really cool if I could do this next step mathematically, but I don't know how. Maybe a mathematician will chime in because I can't just rotate this. I have to mirror this. So I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the Control key. I'm going to do that right there. And I'm going to get that point right there and I'm going to double click on it and I'm going to move the rotation to that point. And then I'm going to just bring this into these touch. I'm really hoping a mathematician will chime in and tell me because I angled it at, so many percentage. Okay, I moved it. I don't want to move it. I want to rotate it. So make sure you get those cube arcs. And we're going to go back and see, it ought to be an even amount. So let's try 160, 160 degrees. And see, we want them overhanging. See, they're not. So that's something I need to figure out too. As long as they're overhanging a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and weld these. And that's perfect. Now we're home clear. Because I can move this back over, Control D and make a duplicate, and move our rotation to the center. And now we're going to rotate it 40 degrees. And then Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. And they're going to match up. And see, they're actually overkill. I am not going to weld this because I was just playing with it. My laptop's getting old, and what you can do is just group it together and hit P, put it in the center of the page, and just make it all yellow. And then take away the outline and really make it stand out. Well, evidently didn't make it all yellow. There we go. Then bring in our black box. And if you look at the 3 previous ones, I'm going to group this together. The 3 previous ones I made to getting ready for the video, no 2 of them are the same. And, look at this one compared to this. I kind of like this one, maybe the one I bet just bet. Now, I was going to show just real quickly how you could make that shape without using artistic media tool. Draw a ellipse, Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the Shift key, make it smaller. Hit B like in boy. The only disadvantage in that is that it's going to be a really sharp point. We change your nudge factor like 0.01, grab the inside one and just nudge it down a little bit. And that's going to make that point not as sharp. Now it also made it a little fatter, but that's because I made my second ellipse too big, too much of a change. But I can hold down the Shift key and have it grow inwardly and then actually nudge it down. Well, that's going to make it just as fat. And it's not going to be as much of an arch. But it might even be beneficial to have some that were not a complete arch like that. Anyway, just a fun way. This is the kind of stuff when I'm watching a laser job run in my shop and I've got a camera set up where I can watch. I'm sitting 2 feet away from it. I'll draw. And this is how I like to draw. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.